Hey guys, my name is Jo and I love to read. I'm starting my next writing vlog. I think I'm gonna have to pause doing writing over the next couple of days, maybe, or maybe next week when I have some more money, and do some comp reading because I'm still stressing.
Hey guys, long time no update. I want to try and be quick. I don't know how long this vlog is going to be anymore, so I have a new writing goal, and that is to finish this draft by the end of the year. Breaking down my goal then, I've already got 25,000 now, which is so exciting. When I set this goal at the start of the year, I had 20,000 words and I want 80,000 words, and so that's adding 162 words a day to my word count. But I'm not going to write every day. It's just that when you break it down like this, it makes it seem like it's a really short word count, but it's what I can do right now, and that is sustainable. So what's it probably going to look like is actually writing out more than 162 words when I'm writing per day, and then I'll probably do that for a couple of weeks and then I have a break. So I'll be ahead and then have a break until I need to start going again to keep on track. It's a really sustainable goal with me. Miles is turning 2 this year, so he's 20 months at the moment, and I've gone back to work 4 days a week, so nearly full time. Things are just shifting all the time. We haven't settled into a new normal. Things are always changing, and I think they always will change with kids, but because I have had the choice to increase my days of work if I needed to, the more days that I'm at home, I can write a little bit more. I have more brain power because it's just going to other things. What I've really got to do is protect my sleep routine, which I'm not very good at. I'm my own worst enemy. I think a lot of people are. That's where I'm at. I like all the trackers that I'm using still because it makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere. I just had a look at my stats for writing since like the start of this year, and I average about 345 words a day when I am actually writing. So it feels like I'm getting not very far when I'm doing that, but it definitely adds up. Like, it was very exciting to hit another 1,000 milestone, and I have a tracker that you guys have already seen in a previous clip. I think that's all I want to talk about in this update because I don't want to talk a lot, and I just want to try and do some quick clips for you guys to eventually put in a video together, do a vlog. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. I just reached 27,000 words, which is exciting. I had about a week and a half off, I think, something like that, and came back to it, loving it, had a great time writing. It felt like no pressure, but I still got there. I wrote some really good words, nothing polished, but I love the direction of the character's emotion and the scene, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm hoping that this whole having a goal but very dialed back is going to help, because it means that I can write a lot, catch up or get ahead in a sense, have a break, and then come back. And today was actually the perfect day to come back because I hadn't been looking at my stats, but today, if I hadn't have written today, I would have been behind. So now I'm on track and it feels great. Hey everybody, quick chaotic update. So I was having a nap today. It's unusual for me to be home today because it's Friday, but Miles has got a runny nose so he can't go to daycare, so I had the day off work. But I was trying to have a nap and I kept in my head the whole time, I was just thinking my book can be improved if Claire and Harley enter the story as a second chance romance, because I don't quite know what trope to call it. The closest it would be, this child, closest it would be is I want you to be my wife, or she has a secret trope, because she does. But I just feel like second chance romance is going to be much stronger. I'm just getting walked around the house. Apologies. I'm going to do what I've sort of been toying around in my head for a little while. I am on this ARC and Beta Reader Facebook page for fantasy books, and I'm going to see if anyone would like to alpha read, which is before betas, and it basically is like the first look at your book. And some people use it before they start self-editing, and they'll send the whole book. I only want to send the first 10 chapters because I want to know whether I'm hitting the romance and the rest of the plot, but I'm pretty happy with the rest of the plot. It's just the romance. I don't know whether it's good enough. I think it's good, but is it as good as it could be? Hey guys, I'm just at my parents' lovely house. I just wanted to provide an update on the alpha reader situation. I was in a big rush last night and I've had a very unsuccessful request for them, or searching for them, because I posted in this group on Facebook and it's been 12 hours now and nobody has replied. These are against me because I'm asking them to read 10 chapters, which is 18,000 words, and the way that I formatted it right now, it's 82 book pages. That's actually quite a lot for no payoff for the reader, so it's not so short, even 5 chapters or 3 chapters. It's not short enough that people would be like, oh, that's not a lot of time invested, I'm gonna read it. But it's also not the full novel, so they'll be reading the first quarter, getting hopefully invested, and then they don't know what's happened and they don't know when. I don't have a release date. I also don't have any beautiful graphics. I don't have a cover. I didn't make a pretty graphic with a quote in it. I don't blame people for not signing up, but it has got my butt together with getting a proper email domain, because that's definitely something that we are needing these days because of the updates that come through. Doing Gmail emails or any free domain emails is not going to be good enough. I'm still not giving up on the whole concept of alpha readers. I think they could be very good, especially at this stage of it where I have been writing these characters for so many years, just in different versions, trying to get the fantasy plot elements right. I don't want to do a cover yet, but I can still do quotes and images and stuff like that to market it a bit more. I need to give people a reason to want to alpha read for me. I've decided to pay for an alpha reader on Fiverr. She has different packages, and under 50,000 words it costs $23.20 in total. I would hope that down the track I would have people who would be willing to read it, even just a section, if I was feeling this unsure at like the halfway point or the quarter mark point, because people would have trust in me and would enjoy my writing and stuff like that. I would probably get readers who could read it and give me a feel for how it's going. I'm trying to obviously do this process as cheaply as possible, but I don't mind paying someone this, and she's going to give me a full report and ask me what I want, if there's anything I'm particularly concerned about, which I said the romance, and so I've mentioned that I'm just not sure it's got enough tension because they're already together when the book starts, and I'm wondering if it would work better as a second chance romance. So we will see. I'm pretty sure that's already the decision that I'm gonna go for, but it'll be good to get someone else's opinion, and this is a really cheap price. I feel like it's a good price. I've been back on the savings track a lot more than I was, so I've just spent some of those savings, but I think I'm up to over $200, which the editor that I really want is $1,800, so I've still got a long way to go. But I don't know if I talked about my writing goals, but I basically just want to finish the manuscript this year. I don't think I'm going to be ready for an editor anytime soon, which is good because it'll give me a chance to save. I'll let you guys know what our feedback is, which is really exciting. I finished my outline after alpha reader feedback. That took me a whole month to write a new outline. Now I am at the very start of the book and I'm rewriting chapters that I can keep but I need to change things on, and that's been not fun. But then I just actually wrote my first fresh chapter, so that's been good. That was pretty easy to do. I don't think it's perfect because I haven't properly written in ages, but it's going well. I feel like a different person since when I started wanting to self-publish again. Over last weekend I actually rewatched some of my very old writing videos, especially the one where I said that I'm deciding to self-publish this time. Just my knowledge base has changed so much, and I definitely think it's from being in this Discord group of indie authors. I'm less anxious now about comps because that's been something that's featured in a lot of writing vlogs, that I've been anxious because I feel like my book doesn't fit into the market anywhere at the moment. Another thing that I realized in reading a post on this Discord is that I can write a book that's off market, but I need to know enough about the markets that it sort of crosses into to be able to then know how to market it then. Hey everybody, it's been a long time. Hopefully this is within another vlog, so it hasn't been as long a time for you guys, but it probably, if you've been following my channel for a while and waiting for a writing update, probably been a very long time because I actually haven't been doing a lot of YouTube videos at all. I have started writing again very slowly in spits and spats. The start of this year has been pretty hectic for me, day job wise as well. I started back 4 days a week, which has been fine. It's been really good, but then we've had lots of team members on holidays. So we had someone on holidays for a whole month in April and I did the majority of their work, so that was really busy. And then I had 2 people away in June for 3 weeks, and so I did a lot of their work as well. So it's been like really hectic at work. It's left me with not a lot of mental energy at home, but I really wanted to come back to writing because I just want to get moving again with it. And I think because my writing was going really well at the start of the year, so from January to March I was writing every day for like an hour, half an hour, and so I think when I have less time to devote to it, I'm not used to doing the 10 minutes bursts again, where 10 minutes sometimes is all I can really dedicate to it. And then also right now Miles isn't going to sleep until around 8 to 9 depending on how he's gone for the day, and we were fighting that, trying to get him to go to sleep earlier. But then when we looked up the average sleep for his age, which is a bit of a wide range, it's about 11 to 14 hours, and with naps he was ending up doing 12 hours if he went to sleep at 8:30. So we're thinking that that's probably optimally when he needs to go to sleep. So instead of struggling to get him to go to bed at 7:30, we've just given in to 8:30. But then obviously that doesn't leave a lot of time, but it still leaves enough. And it was when I was scrolling on social media a lot, being like, oh, I don't have time to do hobbies and writing and things like that, but then I would find half an hour to scroll. So I just went, let's go back to 10 minutes and we can do that. So at this point I'm up to 22,000, oh sorry, I'm just before 22,000 words. I feel like I've been stuck around this mark for ages though, because I was going really quick and then I got alpha reader feedback and then I've had to backtrack, delete a lot of stuff, and not start from scratch, but start from around 20,000 words. So it feels like it's taken like such a long time to get past this bit, but I will eventually, and I'm excited to update you guys again, hopefully soon, with some progress.
Hey guys, so I've been using this tracker called Pacemaker to try and work out how much it would be to get my book finished by the end of the year, just writing it. And you're putting your goal and it recalculates based on what you've typed, how many days. So I did really good in August. Hey Bubby. And then I haven't barely done anything in September, so now I'm up to 756 words a day, which is still not crazy, but for me it is.
Hey guys, I am here to do a very quick update. I don't even remember the last time that I did an update. There goes Miley Moo. I'm up to 26,000 words. I'm gonna try not to check in until I'm at 30,000 words, but do some B-roll for you guys and then end the vlog at 30k. And then I would like to try and do another vlog again, but a bit more of a better polished one. Hopefully I continue to write and it'll be a bit more cohesive. I'll remember what I've talked about and do some B-roll a lot more, because that's what I enjoy, and try not to ramble. A big lesson that I have learned recently, I had this scene that I really did not want to write, and it was because the setting was not appealing to me, and it was a new setting and I hadn't taken time to really sit and think, if I was doing this, where would I like to go? It was taking place at a bar, and I remember thinking, it's not really my thing to go out and just drink at bars, but I do like going out for good food and I do like cocktails. I was picturing this dark hole in a wall kind of a bar, and not like a hidden sort of one, and not necessarily a bright and airy and a courtyard with really yummy food, which I would enjoy going to. So I redid the image in my head. Suddenly the scene felt interesting again, and I've nearly finished it. And I'll go. Bye.
Hey guys, I've tried to put you up at a sort of decent angle. I don't know where my tripod is, so that's how it is. It was probably been months since I did a last update. Having a look at my statistics, I have been writing very sporadically over the last couple of months. In August, I was pretty consistent at the end of August from the 20th to the 29th, and in September I wrote for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in September. October I wrote 4 days, and in November I've written 3. It's now the 30th of November, so that's going to be one more day. But I am actually just about to hit 30k words, which is where I was at when I got an alpha reader to read my book and then decided to remove a whole POV from my book. I was at 30k words when that happened, and so then I pulled it back, and then I think I was down to like 20,000 or something like that by the time that I deleted stuff. And so that was really hard to have cut 10k words from my book. And it was also a very staggered approach when I was cutting things, because as well as getting rid of my POV, that POV to just leave one, there were also scenes from the POV that I kept that were getting deleted too. And so I would write stuff and then come across something and be like, oh no, that's not, and have to delete that too. Kind of felt like I wasn't really getting anywhere for a long period of time, so it is pretty momentous that I'm about to hit 30k. Probably as well because it's going to take a while to put this video out. I can say that I am actually 6 weeks pregnant, and so I am expecting to be really tired, and I don't know when I'm going to get this book done. I would like to say that I'll have the first draft done by the time that the baby comes. It is the end of July that it's due, but I don't really know, because even before I was pregnant, I'm just so tired and dizzy, and I love writing, but I have needed a lot of breaks from it between working full time and having a toddler who only goes to sleep at 9 o'clock these days. Hopefully that's going to be changing soon, because we're actually working on independent sleep, and we've only done 2 nights so far, but it's actually been in a way that really seems to work for him and for us. And then obviously again we'll be back to the young kid phase again. So I'm still going to keep plugging away at writing, but I just don't know when I'm going to get there. I was trying to finish the book by the end of the year. That was my goal for this year, and it hasn't happened, which is, that's fine. If I was to still try and do that, I'd basically be doing my own writing a novel in a month, because I've still got 50,000 words to go, and I would have to write 2,287 words a day to achieve that goal, and it's just not going to happen. I'm not doing that to myself. Anyways, I'm going to get writing because I have a limited amount of time with energy. It's Saturday morning and I actually have a bit of energy, though I am still really tired. Daniel and Miles have just been for a drive, so they're about to come back in sort of another like 20 minutes or so, so I'm going to get some words done. Hopefully update you guys at the end when I'm at 30k, because I'm at 29,691 right now, so 29,691, so yeah.
Yay! I did it! I hit 30,000 words, woohoo! I'm aiming for 80, so I've still got another 50 to go, but that's pretty cool, pretty exciting. I've stopped at a pretty exciting part in the book. We're first getting to delve a bit more into the enchanted hidden library that was discovered in a previous chapter. The main character is going to go through some brief archival training because she's going to be part of the team that has been selected to catalogue these books. And it's been actually really fun delving into what people would actually do to archive to get it correct. I'm excited for her to go through a bit of training in that way, so yeah. But I guess I will see you guys in another vlog. I really have no consistency to anything right now because I'm just doing life and doing what I want, and yeah. So I will finish the book one day and I'll publish it. I just need life to be a little bit more consistent. We need to get out of these early children years. We wanted to have a family, but it takes a lot out of you and you can't do everything. So, and especially having pretty much a full-time job, it's busy. So yeah, I'm just kicking along and having a great time, and I love this new version of my book, and I love that I take the time to make sure that every setting is interesting, because that is, to me, is a really big difference between whether I actually enjoy what I'm doing or not, is if I get the setting right. And the fact that we're in this discovered library is so cool. So I've actually been down a bit of a rabbit hole, and my research is continuing about how people have discovered their own libraries over the years. And then I also need to do a bit more of a deep dive into the Library of Alexandria. I'm having a great time. Hopefully talk to you guys again soon for another writing vlog. Bye!